Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Yep. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I, of course, am Aoxander. You, viewer, are you. We will be joined by the Golden Moon here shortly. And today is, what is today? Tears Day, aka Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 753 BC. It says here, Romulus and Remus founded Rome according to Roman foundation mythology. So there you go. This is their traditional date. It's telling me to image search this right off the bat here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, that's because it had it's some art piece depicting them gathering milk from under some hyena or something. So what does this say? If it'll load here, can I bigger this at all? Yes, I can. Romulus and Remus founded Rome. They were purported children of Rhea, Sylvia, and Mars. Their story is recorded by many authors, including Virgil, who claimed their birth and adventures were fated in order for Rome to be founded. As infants, they were abandoned by the river Tiber and suckled by a she-wolf, perhaps the most famous of all Roman myths. And okay, so it's a wolf, not a hyena. All right. So that's the purpose of that art piece. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just in time did not hear about the founding of Rome.
Oh, wow.
43 BC, Battle of Mutina. Mark Antony was again defeated by Aulus Hieratus, who was killed. Antony failed to capture Mutina, and Decimus Brutus was murdered shortly after. All right. 900, the Laguna copperplate inscription, the earliest known written document in what is now the Philippines. That's what this is here. The commander-in-chief of the Kingdom of Tondo, as represented by the Honorable Jayadewa, Lord Minister of Pialia, pardoned from all debt the Honorable Namoran and his relations. So this is just a section of that tablet here. The Laguna copperplate inscription. So this is a better picture. It's a little small here, but it almost looks Arabic. The writing. It's really small.
Yeah, I can't make it out.
Trying to get a. I mean.
Well, it's in copper then.
Yeah, yeah. It's straight up in copper. What is this? Yeah, this thin copper sheet is inscribed in early Kawi form of script dated in 900 CE or 822 of the Saka year. The Laguna copper plate inscription records a debt-related contract within the Philippines and mentions the neighboring region of Java in Indonesia at the south. So it's an invoice. That's hilarious. What else do we got here? 953. Otto I the Great gave Utrecht fishing rights. Okay, so now they can fish. That's good. Yeah. 1104. Dedication of the transept and choir of Abbey of Stille Madeleine, Vézelay, France. A masterpiece of Romanesque architecture and an important place of pilgrimage. And that was 1104. That was this one right here, and I believe this is the image right there. This yeah, it's a.
I love flying buttresses. They're on the side there.
Yeah, to distribute the weight and everything.
Yeah.
So,
I love seeing those in buildings.
I love the towers. I love all the architecture types here.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like from the front. Reminds me a lot of the Mission. You know, a lot of churches and everything. They have similar architecture styles and whatnot. But here's some photographs of the interior. This looks gorgeous, huge.
Yeah.
So, what else do we got here? 1211, the Santiago de Compostela Cathedral to St. James was consecrated before King Alfonso IX of Leon, and began in 1075. So it's this one here.
Look at that.
Yeah. Telling me image search this one as well. I specifically chose a night picture because it's just like with all the lights, it's really striking.
Yeah.
But that is a phenomenal.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna image search this so we can look at other like this is the interior. Look at this, the size of this thing is huge.
Yeah.
Like that's people down there sitting on desks or whatever, maybe praying or something. So. But I'd love to go visit these churches, cathedrals, whatever these are. Look at this. What a fantastic photograph.
Oh, yeah.
Framed by the archway.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 1453, Turkish fleet sunk ship's Golden Receiver in Constantinople. no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean. I'm gonna look that up really quick just to see if I can find anything. Okay, so Suleiman Balakho, Ottoman admiral, so he might have something to do with this. But it just says right here, the Turkish fleet sunk ships Golden Receiver in Constantinople. So there are multiple ships named the Golden Receiver, or is that like the name of the group, or it's weird. What else we got here? 1486, Sentencia Arbitral de Guadalupe, arbitration sentence of Guadalupe, proclaimed by Spanish King Ferdinand II of Aragon, freeing Catalan Remenesa peasants. All right, so freeing the enslaved. 1506, the 3-day Lisbon massacre came to an end with the slaughter of over 1,900 suspected Jews by Portuguese Catholics. And we've been covering this for the past couple of days, actually. That they converted them to Christianity and then they killed them or whatever. So this is the third or fourth day we've covered this event here. 5 centuries ago, half a millennia, 500 years, 1526, first battle of Panipat. Central Asian conqueror Babur defeated Sultan Ibrahim Lodi, establishing the Mughal Empire in India. That's big. 1536, King Henry VIII's chief minister Thomas Cromwell began to plot Anne Boleyn's downfall while feigning illness. A little plot there. 1600, first date in James Clavell's novel Shogun. So I wonder if that's where the series are from.
Sure.
So, all right. 1649, Maryland Toleration Act was passed in the American colony of Maryland, of course, allowing freedom of worship for Christians, but sentencing to death anyone who rejected the divinity of Jesus. That's ridiculous.
A little harsh.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. 1782, the city of Ratanakosin, now known internationally as Bangkok, was founded on the eastern bank of the Chao Phraya River by King Buddha Yonapha Sholokhe. Okay. And a lot of people don't realize that Thailand used to be known as Siam.
Yes.
So, if you know anything about the king and the king of Siam, that's where they were. 1785, Catherine II of Russia conferred on the nobility of the charter to the nobility, increasing further power of the landed oligarchs. It's written weird. So she's giving more power to her people. 1789, John Adams was sworn as the first U.S. vice president 9 days before Washington.
Huh.
Yeah. So we're going to cover Washington in 9 days for his first ever presidential inauguration. Or sworn in, I guess. 1789 as well, George Washington's reception was at Trenton was hosted by the ladies of Trenton as he journeyed to New York City for his first inauguration. So there you go. He's still on his way. 1792, Brazilian revolutionary Tiradentes was hanged, drawn, and quartered in Rio de Janeiro. Now, do you know what that means to be drawn and quartered? We all know hanged.
Yeah.
So.
What does that mean?
That means they tie your ankles, your ankles and your wrists, I was getting there, to 4 different horses, and then the behind, they have them just run off in 4 different directions, and you're literally ripped apart. So, we should bring that back. 1794, Josephine. Wow. Some criminals, like murderers and child predators, and we need to set an example, or politicians who really need to go, in
4 different directions, apparently.
Yeah. 1794, Josephine de Beauharnais, future Empress of French and first wife of Napoleon Bonaparte, was imprisoned during the Reign of Terror. The Reign of Terror, of course, being they're going around with, getting all the bourgeois, all the royalty and everything, and cutting off their heads and all that jazz. And Josephine. Now, I don't know much about Napoleon's history and such, but I saw the recent movie with Joaquin Phoenix, which I would say, even with my limited knowledge, they should have made it at least 2 movies. You can't cram Napoleon's entire life into one movie, and they tried to. Remember that scene I showed you in comparison with the movie from the 70s, there was a footnote, and that's him coming back from his first exile, and that was like a 30-second scene. It was quick, all of a sudden he's in Egypt, all of a sudden he's in Russia, all of a sudden he's there. What's going on? So. Anyway, 1794, New York City formally declared the coast of Ellis Island was publicly owned, the entire coast, not just the east. Sorry, so they can build forts to protect New York City from British. That makes sense. 1796. Napoleon and the French defeated the Piemontes at the Battle of Mondovi. From the other source, the War of the First Coalition, the climax of the Montenotte campaign, Napoleon Bonaparte decisively defeated the army of Piedmont at the Battle of Mondovi, leading to Piedmont's surrender a week later and decisively turning the Italian campaign in France's favor. That's a lot more substantial info right there. 1802, 12,000 Wahhabis sacked Karbala, killing over 3,000 inhabitants.
Wow.
That's a massacre right there. 1809, 2 Austrian army corps were driven from Langelet by a First French Empire led by Napoleon as 2 French corps to the north hold of the main Austrian army on the first day of the Battle of Eckemanhul. 1820, Danish scientist Hans Christian Ørsted was the first to identify electromagnetism when he observed a compass needle. That's something that you're rather familiar with. Oh, this is... Oh, wait, no, that's Texas. We're going to get there eventually. So, yeah, electromagnetism. Yep, this one... Oh, perfect, I can just read it. One of the leading scientists of the 19th century played a crucial role in understanding electromagnetism in 1820. He accidentally discovered that a compass needle got deflected when an electric current passed through a metallic wire placed nearby. Through this observation, Ørsted showed that electricity and magnetism were a related phenomenon. Huh. So I wonder, like, how we knew compasses worked before then. Like, how long ago did we use compasses?
I don't know.
When were compasses invented? That's a good question. When were compasses invented? History of the compass. Well, it's showing me something China. So 2,000 years ago. Okay. The first compasses were made of lodestone, a naturally magnetized stone of iron, and Honda. So they knew about. They had to know something about magnetism, or
they may not have understood magnetism, but
I mean, you do this thing, and the magic rock does this thing, like, and then you can navigate on the ocean. How do you figure that out?
Well, it always points in one direction, due north.
Yeah, but if you have it on a thing, like, how do you figure it out to put it on a thing? They used a lodestone initially, according to that thing. So, 1821, Benedict Ali Pasha arrived in Constantinople as the new Grand Vizier of the Ottoman Empire. He remained in power for only 9 days before being sent into exile. That didn't last long there. I'm actually going to put the history of the compass in the underbar section because that seems like history of the compass. Just in case anybody wants to read up on that a little bit. And, yeah. Moving on up, what else we got here? 1821, 1836, Battle of San Jacinto, Texas won independence from Mexico. The Republic of Texas forces under Sam Houston defeated the troops under Mexican General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. And have you seen the more recent movie of the Alamo?
No. I didn't even know there was one.
Oh, wow. So this is obviously a painting of that and everything, of the Battle of San Jacinto, but I want to... let's see here. It was in the more recent movie, and this is from 15 years ago or so. At least this video was. So like, it's not recent, but it's like 15, 20 some odd years. I just
century.
Yes. I just want to fast forward up to right here. They basically, like, they routed them, chased them into the river, massacred them, and near the end it says Santa Anna's army was defeated in 18 minutes. The same army that destroyed the Alamo. So, like, it's a whole thing, like, and I've explained this before, but, like, what's his face? Santa Anna believed he was the Napoleon of the West. And Houston did not believe he was whoever it was who defeated Napoleon at Waterloo, but he took a play right out of his book, and Napoleon was essentially defeated, Santa Anna was essentially defeated the same way Napoleon was, but a lot faster, because he had ego and arrogance, and he got himself into a trap, and he just got massacred 18 minutes.
Which is scene.
Yeah. Let's see here. 1855. First train crossed Mississippi River's first bridge from Rock Island, Illinois to Davenport, Iowa. So this is It's a small image, but this is an actual picture of the time. It's the first rail bridge over the Mississippi River. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
1856, Australian labour movement. Stonemasons and building workers on building sites around Melbourne marched from the University of Melbourne to Parliament House to achieve an 8-hour workday. Well, you know, that sounds crikey, huh? I don't know. 1857, Alexander Douglas patented the bustle.
Bustle? What's a bustle?
This.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a bustle. So the big old thing to really make your woman look caked up. 1863, Baha'u'llah, founder of the Baha'i faith. You pronounced... Baha'u'llah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then, never mind. I was going to say you pronounced this better, but you did. Baha'u'llah, founder of the Baha'i faith, entered the Garden of Rivdan near Baghdad. He made his declaration as a messenger of God during the 12 days he spent there. Okay. 1865, Abraham Lincoln's funeral train left Washington. Many years later, 78, First Lady Lucy Hayes began egg rolling contest on White House lawn. So that's when it started.
Yeah, still do it.
So, what a weird thing to do. Let's roll an egg across the ground, because that makes sense. Then again, everything else about Easter, like on the surface level, oh, blah, blah, it's about Jesus' resurrection, so let's celebrate with a bunny that hides chicken eggs that we painted.
Yeah.
Well, the eggs are supposed to represent rebirth. The bunnies are supposed to represent fertility. So they actually do have meaning.
Okay.
So, and we, of course, commercialize the hell out of it, like with everything else. So
of course.
So, what do we got here? 1878, New York installed the first firehouse pole. And I actually have a fast clip
I've
here.
been this embarrassed since I was a rookie firefighter. Sorry, first day, still learning.
I just had to put that in there because it's just like, fire pole. So, 1878, Pope Leo the 13th published encyclical Inscrutabili die Constitio on the evils of society. Yeah, I agree. Society is rather evil. 78, ship Azor left Charleston with 206 blacks for Liberia. So, Charleston, South Carolina? Is this a sending them back to Africa thing? That's interesting. 1892, black longshoremen strike for higher wages in St. Louis, Missouri. I agree with them. Pay them a little bit more.
Whites didn't strike?
Well, I guess the whites were being paid more. There might have been still a discrepancy between wages based off of ethnicity.
Yeah, sure could have been, but
yeah.
hope not.
Well, 1892, I wouldn't be surprised. 1894, Norway formally adopted the Krag Jorgensen bolt-action rifle as the main arm of its armed forces, a weapon that would remain in service for almost 50 years.
Whoa.
That's impressive. 1898, Phillies pitcher Bill Douglas hit a grand slam on first at-bat. 1898 as well, Spanish-American War. The U.S. Congress on April 25th recognized that the state of war exists between the United States and Spain. So the United States Navy began a blockade of Cuban ports when the U.S. Congress issued a declaration of war on April 25th. It declared that a state of war had existed from this date. Now wait a minute, it's April 21st.
Yeah.
So why is it saying that a state of war
25th.
had existed from this date, the 25th? It's not even there yet.
Oh, good question.
Or are they saying that as of the 25th, is this a preemptive thing with official sounding language?
Well, it even says up there April 25th.
Yeah.
On the recognizes this.
So is that when it comes into effect, or something? Which why would it take 4 days to come into effect? It's war.
I don't know.
Well, why are you dragging your feet? That's very weird.
It should be on the 25th, as far as I can.
Yeah.
What they're saying there.
That's odd. 1904, Ty Cobb made his professional debut for the Augusta Tourists in the South Atlanta League. SAL. This is the South. It's very grainy. This is an old, this is from that time. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an actual picture.
Yep. 1908, American Canadian polar explorer Frederick Cook claimed to have been the first person to reach the North Pole on this date. It has been disputed because he has no actual logs, no witnesses, whatever you need to prove it. 1914, U.S. Marines occupied Veracruz, a major Mexican port. They will stay there for 6 months. This is during the Ypres incident. A German arms shipment to Mexico was intercepted by the U.S. Navy near Veracruz. World War One. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget the Balfour Declaration. Not Balfour Declaration, the Zimmermann Telegraph.
What's that?
That's when Germany tried to convince Mexico to become a belligerent in the war and attack the United States. And
hold them down.
Yeah, well, to distract them with the promise that after the war ended, Germany will give them back the lands that they got from the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo and all that stuff. So, 1916, the Odd, carrying a cargo of 20,000 rifles to assist Irish Republicans in staging what would become the 1916 Rising, was captured by the British Navy and forced to sail towards Cork Harbor. Yikes. So, the Irish, they've been trying to fight for independence for well over 100 some odd years, 1,000 years, however long it's been. 16 as well, Ulster Protestant and Irish nationalist Sir Roger Casement landed at Tralee Bay, Ireland, from a German submarine, discovered at McKenna's Fort, and arrested by the Royal Irish Constabulary. And that's another thing the Germans were trying to do, is take advantage of the whole Ireland trying to become free and have them be a belligerent to distract the Brits.
Yeah.
So they were trying to do that as well. 1918, we covered this a little bit yesterday. German World War I fighter ace Baron Manfred von Richthofen, also known as the Red Baron, was shot down and killed over Vaux-sur-Somme in France. Canadian pilot Arthur Roy Brown was credited with the kill. All right.
So what were we talking about yesterday with him?
Yeah, he killed his last two.
That's what it was.
Two people, and then before being killed the following day himself.
Yeah.
22, the first Aggie Muster was held as a remembrance for fellow Aggies who had died the previous year. What? What's a Aggie? What's a Aggie Muster? Muster, Texas and A&M University.
Yeah, the Aggies.
Oh. So wait. Why are they dying? What's happening?
I don't know.
What?
What's a Mooster, though?
Aggie Muster is a tradition at Texas A&M University which celebrates the camaraderie of the university while remembering the lives of alumni who have died, specifically those in the past year. Okay, so I guess it's a ceremony. A memorial for alumni who've died in the past year.
Yeah.
So like, what's the word? The what's the death pages in the newspaper? Like,
the obituary.
Yeah, so it's like it's an alumni obituary celebratory, thing.
It's a weird way to put it. I knew who the Aggies were, but I mean you gotta fill in this Texas A&M.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna add that link actually right here for the future. 1925, no baseball games were played in the National League due to Charles Ebbets' funeral. Yep, that would cause it. Charles Ebbets.
All I know is Ebbets Field.
Yeah, I think he was the founder of baseball. Well, maybe not.
Not baseball, I wouldn't think.
No. Well, he was...
maybe the founder of the league or something.
Maybe. Oh. What else do we got here? 1925, Noel Coward's controversial comedy play Fallen Angels premiered in London after initially being refused a license due to the loose morals of the female characters. 1 century ago, 1926... Al-Baqi Cemetery, former site of the mausoleum of 4 Shia imams, was leveled to the ground by Wahhabis. We spoke about the Wahhabis before. Remember, they're the ones who attacked and they killed 3,000 inhabitants?
Yeah.
Or something? So, what the hell, Wahhabis? 1930, All Quiet on the Western Front, based on the novel by Eric Maria Remarque, directed by Louis Millstone, starring Louis Wolheim and Lou Ayres, premiered in Los Angeles, later to receive the Academy Awards Outstanding Production of 1930. And there's a scene, like, I watched this earlier, but, like, this is from the miniseries. Like, you know about the movie All Quiet on the Western Front. It was in black and white and everything. This is a more recent thing from the miniseries. But as someone in the comments stated, comments are not showing up here, but now imagine putting yourself in the shoes of these soldiers, like, back in the time, like, get rid of, like, what you know about today, like, all that stuff, you've seen scenes like this and all that stuff. Just imagine just being some pissant farmer like in Europe or whatever, and then you're on the front line and you're fighting through like, you know, all the stuff that they fought through so far and everything, and then all of a sudden you just started hearing like weird mechanical noises in the fog and everything. Just watch this. What the hell is that thing? Like, what do you do? You just this giant thing is coming, and like, yikes! People don't realize, you know, what soldiers go through, especially back then. I mean, they still go through hell today, but you know, back then, you know, when tanks were invented, like, you know, just nuts. 1930, a fire at Ohio State Penitentiary kills 322 people. That's terrible. In prison. 33, German philosopher Martin Heidegger was elected rector of University of Freiburg. What's a rector? A director?
No.
What's a rector? Like, I'm gonna look that up.
I think it is a word. I'm trying to think of what it is though, but I think that's correct.
What is a rector in university? Rector, academia. Inauguration of rector. A rector, Latin for ruler, is a senior official in educational. Okay, so it is a position. I've never heard of it.
I've heard of it somewhere.
Well, now we both have.
Yeah.
What else we got here? 1934, Senators catcher Mo Berg played American League record 117th consecutive errorless game.
Oh.
Nice. 34, the surgeon's photograph, the most famous photo allegedly showing the Loch Ness Monster, was published in the Daily Mail. In 1994, it was revealed to be a hoax. Oh yeah, here's a poster for All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
And that's a very famous one.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yep, that's the surgeon's photograph. I was telling you to image search this really quick, so I will. So image search. Right here. Loch Ness Monster. Oh, that's how they did it. They have a little toy submarine for counterbalance and all that stuff. But here we go. In the Daily Mail, surgeon's photo of the monster. So that's it right there.
Yeah.
And you can't tell in the water like how far away it is, all that stuff, although those ripples looked really big. 1935, King Boris of Bulgaria forbade all political parties. I wonder why. 1940, it's the first $64 question, take it or leave it, on CBS Radio. And 1 year later, during World War II, Greece surrendered to Nazi Germany. After Italy tried to go in there for whatever reason, and then they were getting their teeth kicked in.
Huh.
Yeah, Italy tried to invade Greece, and then it failed, and then Germany had to go in and bail them out yet again after they bailed them out in Africa and everything. So, 44, NFL Chicago Cardinals and Pittsburgh Steelers merged, only to dissolve on December 3rd. So that didn't last long.
Wow.
Yeah. 45 as well, World War II, Allied forces conquered Aishima, Okinawa in 5 days at the cost of 5,000 people. So 5,000 die. I'm not sure if that's one side or the entire thing. It just says 5,000 die in reaction to the Allied soldiers.
Yeah.
So,
generally, it'd be both. That would be the amount of that.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okinawa, only 5,000 does not sound right. That's way too little. Like, hold on a second. How many deaths Okinawa? Let's see here. Battle of Okinawa.
5,000 is a lot of people.
I know, but it sounds small for that. For the Japanese theater. Okay, casualties and losses. Okay, so from the U.S. personnel, we have 50,000 casualties, including 12,500 dead.
Oh, wow.
And that's one side.
Okay.
So I think this is just this is a microcosm of what we just covered.
Yeah.
Japanese, let's see, 94,136 soldiers and sailors dead, all causes, 4,037 dead from Yamato Task Force, 7,401 captured, about 16,346 captured by the end of November. Total casualties on the Japanese side, 105 to 110,000. So, and British were in there too. 4 fleet carriers damaged in kamikaze strikes. So, wow.
That sounds like it should have been later, though, the kamikaze strikes.
No, 45.
Well, 45, yeah.
Yeah. No. No, by the time we started doing Okinawa and Iwo Jima and all that jazz, like they were losing ground. They don't want to lose ground, so they're gonna just throw everything.
Yeah, we're coming back.
Yep. 1945 as well. During World War II, Allied troops occupied German nuclear laboratory in Heiergerlach. Thank goodness that Hitler considered nuclear research a Jewish science and didn't pay it enough respect. So, if you know, like, we could say that Hitler's hate for Jews is what lost the war, as far as anything involving nuclear is concerned. They covered it in the movie Oppenheimer. Like that, they were hoping that his, as they say, anti-Semitism. Even though, like, you know, Semites are people involving from the god Shem or whatever. But anyway, going on about, like, how that's their hope and a prayer to win the war because of his hatred. 45 as well, Soviet army arrived at the outskirts of Berlin. Now, from the other source, I think this might be connected, I'm not sure, but it says Soviet forces south of Berlin at Zossen attacked the German High Command headquarters. So this is both Soviet forces around Berlin, but the second one says specifically south and what they're doing. This just says outskirts.
Yeah.
So it could be that one. It could be from the east, north. Yeah. Who knows? Floons time. 46. Socialistic Einheitsgewerkschaft Party. Germany formed in East Germany. That does not sound good.
Not good at all.
We also have the U.S. Weather Bureau recorded that a tornado which struck Timber Lake, South Dakota, was 4 miles or 6.4 kilometers in diameter, among the widest tornadoes on record. Holy shit! How is that even possible? I thought a mile-wide F5 tornado was the thumb of God. You know, like that's wild. 1950, the National Wedding Massacre occurred, or the National Wedding Massacre occurred, killing 22 members of the Harjian caste. No idea what that is, but it's a wedding. It sounds terrible. 52, BOAC began first passenger service with jets from London to Rome route. Pretty interesting that we're on the anniversary of the founding of Rome. That was the first article. Romulus and Remus. You know about all that. 52 as well, Secretary's Day, now Administrative Professionals Day, was first celebrated. And we have the future world champion Rocky Marciano knocked out Italian heavyweight boxer Gino Buonvino in the second round at Rhode Island Auditorium in Providence, Rhode Island, for his 40th straight win.
Wow.
Dang. 54, Georgy Malenkov became premier of USSR. 54 as well, USAF flew French battalion to Vietnam, so we are already starting to get involved in over there. As we know, like, we got involved because French was there, French Indochina, that was their colony, even though there was a whole thing about no more colonies after World War II, although we still have them to this day, for some reason, like Puerto Rico. 55, Brooklyn Dodgers won, then record 10th straight game to begin a season. That's a heck of a way to start a season. 56, Elvis Presley's first hit record, Heartbreak Hotel, became #1. Alright, I'm just going to check to see if I have any comments yet. Nope, nothing on there, nothing on there. What else do we got here? Nope, not that one, not that. There we go. 1957, Pope Pius XII published encyclical Fideity Donum, Gift of Faith. Alright. 59, Alf Dean used a rod and reel hooked a 2,664-pound, 16-foot, 10-inch great white shark off the coast of Sedona, Australia. This motherfucker caught a shark. Holy crap.
2,000-pound shark.
2,500, 2,600 pound shark. This guy caught a friggin' automobile. Well, essentially a bus that weighed an automobile. 16 feet. Dude. Yeah. Yikes. 1960, Brasilia became the capital of Brazil. So Brasilia, Brazil's capital, was officially inaugurated. At 9:30, the three powers of the republic were simultaneously transferred from the old capital, Rio de Janeiro, now to Brasilia. They had no idea they did that. 62, Century 21st Exposition opened in Seattle, Washington. So the Seattle World's Fair, also known as the Century 21 Exposition, opened. It was the first World's Fair in the United States since the Second World War. And 1 year after that, Beatles met Rolling Stones for the first time. Okay. The Universal House of Justice of the Baha'i Faith was elected for the first time. So the first election of the Universal House of Justice was held, marking its establishment as the supreme governing institution of the Baha'i Faith. 64, a Transit 5BN satellite failed to reach orbit after launch as it re-entered the atmosphere. 2.1 pounds or 0.95 kilograms of radioactive plutonium in its SNAP RTG power source was widely dispersed. Oh, not like a sprinkle of nuclear showers, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure to cover your cars, but you'll be okay to go out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What was his face again? Something Lewis or whatever?
Huh?
King Med. What was his name?
Oh man. Yeah.
And he was our governor again recently.
Well, not recently.
Well, like before.
His father was originally governor, and he became governor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
65, the New York World's Fair reopened for the second and final season. That's unfortunate. So, 66, Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie visited Kingston. This guy here, Jamaica. This event is now celebrated as Brown Nation Day. Okay, during the Rastafari movement. Huh. I have a Rastafari hat right there. Huh. 67, Dodgers' first rain out in Los Angeles after 737 consecutive games.
Actually got some rain here.
Yeah. 67 as well. Joseph Stalin's daughter, Svetlana Aliyeva, arrived in New York City after defecting to the U.S. That's a hell of a thing right there. Wow.
Yeah.
Stalin's daughter defects to the U.S. That's
what I tell you.
Yeah. We also have a military coup in Greece. Konstantinos Kolias became premier, overthrowing the Greek government in a coup d'etat. Military junta did it. A few days before the general election in Greece, Colonel George Papadopoulos led a coup d'etat, establishing a military regime that lasted for 7 years. Yeah, this is his name. Papadopoulos. Bless you. 67, a tornado outbreak in Illinois, United States, killed over 50 and injured over 1,000. Belvedere sustained over 500 casualties as a violent twister struck the high school. And another tornado near Chicago caused another 500 casualties, devastating Oak Lawn. Wow. 1969, the Ministry of Defence in London announced that British troops would be used in Northern Ireland to guard key public installations following a series of bombings. 1970, the Reds clout 7 home runs by 6 batters. Braves counter with 3 home runs, 6 for one team, 9 different batters for 2 teams, all tied or set records. That's a hell of a game right there.
Wow, yeah.
The Alliance Party of Northern Ireland, APNI, was formed and attempted to appeal to Catholics and Protestants to unite in support of moderate policies. That's what we need to find, what makes us, similar, not what makes us different. To come together as a people and take this world back. The Principality of Hutt River, previously Hutt River Province, seceded from Australia, and remains unrecognized by Australia or other nations. So they still, are they still autonomous or anything like that? Because I do know that there's some areas like Lincoln, the state of Lincoln. There's a lot of places that consider themselves a state within, their state doesn't go along with other boundaries and all that stuff and whatnot. So I wonder if it's the same thing like that. So, remind me after the show. Hold on a second. States in U.S. states. Like Lincoln. Like there's a list of states and territories. No, I want Lincoln and Omaha, Nebraska. No, that's... Well, it's just telling me about states. So, anyway. 71, the original Codex Regius with Edda Lierian returned to Iceland. I'm going to look that up here really quick. Let's see here. There's videos, I wanted to, the Codex Regius. There's videos I want to show you at some point. What is this? Is Icelandic...
Videos of what?
Of those states.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you're back there. Okay.
Yeah, because I interrupted one thought with another thought. Now I'm back to that original thought, because I was looking that up. Anyway, I was wondering if it's the same thing in Australia as we have here. A group of people considering themselves in this state, not in that state or whatever, and not official states.
Okay.
So, like, hold on a second. The states of Lincoln, proposed northwestern, like that right there.
Okay.
See, people in that area, like now, a lot of them probably are not as extreme, but there's a handful of hardcore. Oh, I live in Lincoln. No, you live in Washington. No, F that. I live in Lincoln.
Okay.
Yeah. It's unrecognized, but I live in this. This is the United States of America, and I say I live here.
I get it finally.
Yeah. So, that's so that Australia thing. I wonder if that's the same thing. If they have their own unofficial official type of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna add this Codex Regius in the underbar section. Codex Regius. And if you want to look at these, they will be in the underbar, the description section after the live stream. Moving on up, 1972, John Young and Charles Duke explored the moon as part of NASA mission Apollo 16. The fifth NASA Apollo program crewed lunar landing. All right. 75, last South Vietnam president, Nguyen Van Thieu, resigned after 10 years in power. So it says here, President of South Vietnam Nguyen Van Thieu fled Saigon as Dien Duoc, the last South Vietnamese outpost blocking a direct North Vietnamese assault on Saigon, fell. Right at the end. Swine flu vaccine in 76 for non-epidemic entered testing. 77, Billy Martin pulled the Yankees lineup out of a hat, defeating the Blue Jays 8-6 anyway. Wow, so even with a roll of the dice, just like, we're bored of winning so much. Let's have fun with this. Let's see what happens. 1977, nope, 1978. Christina Szanowska Leszkiewicz, right here, of Poland, was the first woman to sail single-handed around the world, arriving back in the Canary Islands after 401 days. Wow. Over a year.
Wow.
That's incredible. Yeah. 1980, Soviet submarine caught fire off the coast of Okinawa, Japan, killing at least 9. It's terrible. 81, U.S. furnished $1 billion in arms to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. 82, Dr. Michael E. Bakey performed the first successful heart transplant. Or heart implant, or something. Wouldn't that be a transplant? A heart implant?
Yeah, you would think so.
Well, I guess unless you're implanting an artificial heart. But wouldn't you have been transplanting normal hearts before? Or maybe it's a pig heart? I'm not sure.
Oh.
That's weird. 82 as well, baseball. Rolly Fingers of the Milwaukee Brewers became the first pitcher to record 300 saves. 1983, £1 coin was introduced in the United Kingdom. But don't flip that, 84, Nightline reverts from 1 hour to a half-hour format.
Yeah.
And after 37 weeks, Michael Jackson's album Thriller was knocked off the top album by movie soundtrack for Footloose. So they went from Thriller to, kick off your Sunday shoes,
37 weeks, that's quite a while up there, though.
It is. 84, Montreal Expo, David Palmer no-hits St. Louis Cardinals 4-0 in a perfect 5-inning game. Congratulations.
It must have been called because of rain or something.
Maybe, yeah. 85 as well, the compound of the militant group, the Covenant, the Sword, and the Arm of the Lord, the CSA, surrendered to federal authorities in Arkansas after a 2-day government siege. We've been talking about that for the past couple of days. 86, Geraldo Rivera opened Al Capone's vault on live TV and found nothing except great ratings for his spectacle.
That was terrible.
Yeah,
big empty thing. Made a big deal out of it.
Of course, he's a showman.
And like I say, great ratings. Everybody got sucked into it.
Yeah. No. It's probably why he drew the coalition's battle plan in the sand on live TV that one time.
Oh man,
what an idiot! No, that's the same guy.
I know. There's another incident.
Yeah. Okay. A's time. 1987. The Brewers lost, ending American League season opening winning streak at 13 games. Wow. That sucks. And Milwaukee Brewers lose after 13 straight victory at start. Yep. 1987 as well. Tamil bomb attack in Colombo, Sri Lanka. 115 people were killed. The other source says the Tamil Tigers were blamed for a car bomb that detonates in the Sri Lankan capital city of Colombo, killing 106 people. And every now and then, something like this, catches me off guard. I see something like the Tamil Tigers, and I'm like, oh, they sound like a sports team. They are not a sports team. No.
No, they're not.
You don't want to catch a ball thrown by them. 89, George W. Bush and Edward W. Rose became joint CEOs of the Texas Rangers. I didn't realize that W owned a sports team.
Yeah.
We also have thousands of Chinese crowded into Beijing's Tiananmen Square, cheering students demanded greater political freedom. Yes. Around 100,000 students in Beijing gathered into Tiananmen Square to commemorate Chinese reform leader Hu Yaobei. And that's why I use multiple sources.
So this is the tank thing, right?
It's going to be the tank thing. So we have right here the primary source right here, and then we have the secondary source right here. So that way we can get a little bit more, meat per article. 89, world premiere of sports fantasy film Field of Dreams in Dubuque, Iowa, based on W.P. Kinshaw's novel Shoeless Joe, and starring Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones, Ray Liotta, and Burt Lancaster. All right. That's a good movie. And I kind of use a little bit of a quote from that movie. If you build it, I will scroop. Yeah. In Foxhole.
Yeah, okay.
Like, if they build a facility around the scroop yard and everything, I will scroop. Huh. 1990, Cartoon All-Stars to Rescue shown on all 4 TV networks.
What now?
Cartoon All-Stars to Rescue shown on all 4 TV networks.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. It was a 1990 U.S. Animated children's comedy drama social guidance television film starring many characters from... Oh, so it was a whole thing, like, don't talk to strangers, like, don't order food off the internet from random people, like, whatever.
Social guidance can be a scary term.
Yeah, and they're using, cartoons to... Yeah, that's, that does sound incredible scary. So, let's see here. Quote, social guidance, end quotes. Alright, what else do we got here? 1990 as well, National League umpire was arrested for stealing baseball cards.
Oh,
yikes.
Jeez.
What a weird thing to steal. 91, French underwater archaeologist Frank Gaudio discovered the San Diego Dutch galleon sunk in 1600 off Fortune Island in the Philippines. Ooh. We have the greatest extra inning comeback. Pittsburgh scored 6 in the bottom of the 11th, erasing a 5-run Cub lead. Pirates also trailed 7-2 in the bottom of the 9th. Wow. Holy shit. 92, mobile oil tug with 12,000 gallons of oil ran aground in Arthur Kill, a tidal strait separating Staten Island, New York City, from mainland New Jersey, USA. And that's the name of the landmass. It's called Arthur Kill. That's weird. So it's not like it killed somebody, it's just Arthur Kill. We also have Robert Alton Harris was put to death in California gas chamber for 3 murders. Wow. I was alive when California killed somebody? I was also alive when the Soviet Union was still around. So that's crazy. 93, action TV series Walker, Texas Ranger, starring Chuck Norris, debuted on TV. On CBS, right there. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Brazil voted against a monarchy. Okay, I agree with that. And we have the Supreme Court in Las Paz, Bolivia, sentenced former dictator Luis Garcia Meza to 30 years in jail without parole for murder, theft, fraud, and violating the Constitution. Just kill him. Just kill the guy. Eddie Murray, in 94, set record for switch hit home runs in a game 11 times.
What? Eddie Murray?
Eddie Murray. MLB first baseman.
Okay.
Not Eddie Murphy.
No, that's what I was thinking first.
Yeah.
Then I went to baseball. I go, what?
Sets the record for switch hit home runs in a game, doing so 11 times. That's nuts. Yeah. We also have Serbian army bomb distress clinic in Gorodici, Bosnia, killing 28 people. That's rude. They went there it's a distress center, clinic. You don't bomb that. Come on, man. 94 as well, the first discoveries of extrasolar planets were announced by astronomer Alexander Wolszczak. Cool. So now we know that there's other rocks out there. 95, the British sitcom Father Ted, written by Arthur Matthews and Graham Linehan, starring Dermot Morgan, premiered on Channel 4. All right. FBI arrests Timothy McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing case. He was indicted on 160 state offenses and 11 federal offenses, including the use of a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
And like you said that they caught him in a stupid way or something. Like,
Well, I can't remember what it was, but they just kind of fell into it like a traffic stop or something.
hmm.
I can't remember what it was, but they just, as I recall, it was kind of they just lucked into it.
Huh. 96. The Chicago Bulls won an NBA record of 72 games. 72-8 was their thing.
72 and 10 it's an 82 game schedule.
In 96, it could have been different.
I don't think so.
Well,
it's been 82 games for a long time.
Well, maybe then
Whatever.
something. Maybe they hit 73 games. I don't know. 96 as well. Wayne James scored 99 and 99 and CT11 STP2 and Logan Final. What is that? I have no clue. I'm just gonna look this up here.
Logan Final. I don't know.
Logan Cup. As far as the first class cricket. Yes, it was cricket. Ha ha. Hold on a second.
Oh,
I took away your old packet is getting dirty, so there you go. 1997, ashes of psychologist and author Timothy Leary and Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry were launched into space orbit. That's cool.
Yeah.
2004, Rock for the Rainforest benefit concert held at Carnegie Hall, New York City. Performers included Sting, Elton John, James Taylor, Billy Joel, Bette Midler, and Little Jimmy Scott. All right, that's not a huge lineup there, but it's something. 2005, 2008, the United States Air Force retired the F-117 Nighthawk stealth service attack aircraft. Let's take a look at this bird here really quick. Oh, that guy, the stealth bomber. So that's retired now, huh?
Wow, that's surprising.
I'm sure that we have something that looks very similar to it. They probably have like an updated version or something. So I remember seeing one of those where we had some stadium or something, and they flew.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of flyovers in my life, I think. So, 2010, the controversial Kharkiv Pact, Russian-Ukrainian naval-based gas treaty, was signed in Kharkiv, Ukraine, by Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych and Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. It was unilaterally terminated by Russia on March 31st, 2014. And we will be talking about Ukraine again in a little bit, but this was the guy that this was the pro-Russian guy, right? Viktor Yanukovych. You okay?
Yeah. Just let me get some water. Go ahead.
So this was the Russian guy, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. 2012, Chicago White Sox pitcher Philip Humber pitched the 21st MLB perfect game against the Seattle Mariners. And we also have two trains collided in Soltjik, Netherlands, injuring 117 people in a head-on collision.
Ooh.
Other source says 116 deaths, but still, two trains. 2013, 185 people were killed in the conflict between Islamic extremists and the Nigerian military. 2014, the American city of Flint, Michigan, switched its water source to the Flint River, beginning the ongoing Flint water crisis, which had caused lead poisoning in up to 12,000 people and 15 deaths from Legionnaire's disease, ultimately leading to criminal indictments against 15 people, 5 of whom have been charged with involuntary manslaughter. Yeah, the Flint, Michigan water thing, it was horrible. Like, there was literally so much pollutants in the water that people, like, this one guy randomly, like, he turned his water on, took a lighter,
I saw
and
that.
It lit his water up. It ignited his water. Like, and you're supposed to drink that, Flint? Are you kidding me? 2018, Oakland A's left-hander Sean Manaea no-hit the Boston Red Sox. Okay. I wonder what the final score was, but left-handed. So that's pretty cool.
He's a left-hander.
Well, I know.
I mean, there's a lot of left-handed pitchers.
I know, but they're not that. Left-handed thing is still a rarity. Like
not for baseball.
Oh, okay.
Because they're compared to the left-handed society, it's fairly rare. But for whatever reason, there's a lot of left-handed pitchers.
All right. Hey, look at this. We have between these two, who's the comedian and who's the retard? I think they both hit those check marks there. 2019, teenage climate activist Greta, how dare you, Thunberg, spoke at an Extinction Rebellion protest in London amid citywide climate protests, where Waterloo Bridge was occupied for 4 days, or over 4 days.
Why is she still around is what I want to know.
Because reasons. And now she looks like Lord Farquaad. Hold on a second. Find Greta meme. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Hold on a second. No, not that. Just, come on. That's the one I wanted. Here we go. Find Greta. Open image in a new tab. Find Greta. Go ahead, find her. Where is she?
I don't think
She
she's in
no,
there.
she is in there.
Is she?
She's the one in the middle.
Oh.
She changed her hair color. That's her right now.
Oh, okay.
That's her. What she looks like.
Yeah.
And she also looks like all of these weirdos, like Lord
Yeah.
Farquaad,
The
the Dutch boy. Where? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. What he was? This guy was in Spaceballs. He was the prince. Of course, we have He-Man. That's the berries and cream Skittles commercial dude, and that's the guy from No Country for Old Men. I don't know what these last two guys in the other corners are. But yeah, friggin' Greta. 2019 as well, terror attacks on churches and hotels on Easter Sunday in 3 Sri Lankan cities, Colombo, Negombo, and Batalakala, killed at least 250 people and injured hundreds more. It's horrible. Oh.
Yeah.
8 bombs exploded at churches, hotels, and other locations in Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday. Wow. And now the secondary source says 269 deaths at least. So, 2019, Ukrainian comedian Volodymyr Zelensky won the country's presidential election in a landslide because we had our thumb on the scale. We went in there, ousted the pro-Russian guy, we put him in. Like, we were the ones, the shadow movement behind the uprising that did all that shit. So, 2020, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced a $26 billion aid package and plans for gradual reopening of economy as cases reached 3,465, with 58 deaths of Kung flu. 2021, Indonesian submarine R1 Nanggala sunk off the coast of Bali with the loss of all 53 on board. Wow, that sucks. It was during a military drill too, the Bali Sea, Indonesian Navy submarine KRI Nanggala 402. We have Manhattan District Attorney's Office announced it will no longer prosecute prostitution, dismissing 914 open cases, part of a growing movement to change approach to prostitution. Well, that's not how you do it, because now you just decriminalized it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
If it's on the books, it's on the books.
They just wanted to set free all the psychos. Russian President Vladimir Putin warned the West not to cross a red line in his State of the Union address amid massing of 100,000 Russian troops in Ukraine border. Yeah, how good is that going for you, Mr. Long Pillar Face? 2022, ex-president of Honduras, Juan Orlando Hernandez, was extradited to the U.S. to face drug trafficking and weapons charges. Wouldn't be the first or last one that we did. Maduro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got him. 23, U.S. Supreme Court ruled abortion pill mifepristone can remain widely available, blocking ban by Texas U.S. District Judge. And I think it was because they found that this was causing this drug was having some kind of ill effect, but of course Big Pharma swept that under the rug. 2 articles left. 2024 Chevron Championship Women's Golf, the club at Carlton Woods, in beating Maja Stark by 2 strokes. Nelly Korda won her second major title and equals LPGA record with 5 consecutive wins.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And Pope Francis, head of the Catholic Church since 2013, passed away. This is what I was talking about last year. Remember the day after? Because Easter Sunday last year landed on 420. Which is, basically the Stoners' Independence Day.
Right.
It's also, unfortunately, Adolf Hitler's birthday. It's the anniversary of Columbine, which is just a few days after Virginia Tech, as far as dates are concerned. I'm not sure which years. I think Columbine came first, though, of course. And then, of course, the Deepwater Horizon thing, all on 420. And then the next day, the friggin' Pope dies. That's some biblical stuff happening right there. Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion between two sources. All this stuff that I'm scrolling through is all the stuff that we just went over in this past hour. Can you believe it? We're still in the hour. So
We made it, huh?
Yeah. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from our own, to find a better way and be better to one another, because...
I'm okay, you're okay.
Yeah, there you go. For your dose of Ask Events Daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And until you catch us next time, don't forget you are you. Look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Hey, we hit it right on the dot.
Ooh, how about that? You're getting good at this.
Yeah.